Hello everyone, Devjiti here from iocity.com, and today in this video tutorial I am going to tell you how to create a professional e-commerce website by using Sober theme. That is the Sober theme. Now let me introduce you with some important feature of this Sober theme. First of all, this theme uses Elementor as default page builder. So making of the website is very easy by using this Elementor page builder, because Elementor is a live page builder. By just drag and drop you can design anything. Like you need a heading top of this text box, so just drag and drop the heading here like that and you will get the heading, and you can make it center aligned by clicking like that. It is very easy to make website by using this Elementor page builder. The person who does not have any kind of experience of website making, he also can easily create a website by using this Elementor page builder. No need of any kind of coding knowledge. It is just drag and drop page builder. This theme has almost 16 plus pre-built demo. All the demo are very professional and they really look awesome. You can import any demo in your website by just a single click. In this tutorial I'll teach you how to integrate demo in your website, but I'm not going to use any demo because I'll teach you how to create a website from scratch. This theme also support various kind of single product page layout. Here you can see my single product page look like that, but if you change the style, suppose I am taking the style 2, then you can see the totally style gets changed and my present product page is looking like that. Here almost 6 type of different product page layout is there. You can choose anything. This theme also contain various kind of page layout option. This theme contain 3 type of default page layout. After that post page layout, you can change the post page layout also. After that normal page layout, after that sub page layout. Suppose at the place of that I am choosing this full width sub page layout. Now here you can see in my sub page there is no sidebar available now. If I click in this one, means left side sidebar, then here you can see the sidebar is appearing at the left hand side of the page. This theme also support product quick view option. Here you can see a eye icon. If you click in this, then the product quick view window will appear like that. It's looking very professional. If you click in the outside, then this window will close. Even by using this theme you can customize that product batch. I mean, here you can see that hot, new, 40% off. You can change the color of that also. This theme is packed with so many various type of professional customized option. Suppose at the place of green color I want pink color in the sale batch. So just click here and from here you have to choose the pink color. Suppose I am taking this color. Here you can see it's affected here and everything will be happening live. I am changing here. I am till not publish it, but here you can see the color gets changed. Even you can change the product hover style also. When I am hovering on a product, the animation is happening like that. Here you can see almost 5 type of hover effect is available. Suppose I am choosing this one. Now you can see the hover effect is totally changed. This theme support live search option. Here you can see the search option. Just click in that. Suppose I am entering any keyword like red, so all the product related to red will display automatically here. This theme have total 6 kind of custom header layout. You can choose anything according to your wish. Suppose I am selecting the header 1, so here you can see my header layout is get totally changed. Now I am selecting the version 2, I mean the header version 2. You can see the header layout again gets changed. Like that you can choose any header type according to your like. This theme also support optional top bar option. Here you can see the top bar. If you want to disable, just disable that. So now here you can see there is no top bar, and if you want you can enable that. Even you can choose the top bar color also. Suppose I am selecting the light one, so here you can see top bar background get totally changed now and it's now white color, and if I choose the dark color, then the black background will appear. Not only that, you can choose the top bar layout also. By default it will be 2 column. If you want you can choose the single column also, and not only that, you can select what should be shown in the top bar. If you choose this option, this currency and the language switcher, here you can see the currency switcher is showing here, and if you choose the custom option, then whatever you will write here, that will display there. This theme also support custom blog page layout option. Here you can see by default my blog page is displaying like that. If I select the grid option, then my blog page will display like that. If I enable the show category list, at the top of the page here you can see all the blog categories are showing like that. Suppose I am choosing fashion category, so all the blog related to the fashion category will display here. This theme also support multi-currency. As you can see here, all the product rate are showing at present in Indian rupees, I mean in Indian currency. From this drop down, if I choose the USD, then here you can see everything is showing in dollar. It will automatically calculate the currency conversion. It is one of the best feature what I like in this theme. This theme also support mega menu. I'll teach you how to create the mega menu, so don't worry about that. By using this theme, you can create this kind of professional pop-up window also. These are the most important feature of this sober theme. I'll discuss another feature when I'm going to create this website. Now, without wasting time, let me introduce you with my demo website. In the top, you can see the top bar that contain my mobile number, my email ID, and at the right hand side here you can see order tracking and wishlist option. After that, here you can see the logo with my main menu, and here you can see the search icon. If I click in the search icon, then this kind of live search bar will open. After that, here you can see the wishlist option. After that, that is the currency conversion. Next, here you can see the add to cart icon, and after that, at the last, here you can see the my account option. That is the my account symbol actually. After that, here you can see a beautiful slider with lots of animation effect. Next, here you can see the banners with awesome animation effect. These banners actually connected with the product category. Suppose I am clicking in the women's dress, so all the product related to the women's dress will open here. You can come back to the home page. So after that, here you can see the product tab that contain best selling product, new product means newly added products, and sell product means the product on sales. If you scroll down, here you can see the newsletter option. Downside here you can see the copyright tagline, and here you can see the all the social media links. Now let's come back to the about us page. In the about us page, at the top here you can see the header section. After that, some text. Next, that is the icon box sliders. It's called the feature sliders also, as you can see here. After that, here you can see the some information about the founder, I mean a image with some text and with a signature also. After that, here you can see the our team session, and when I'm hovering on a particular person, the social media links also displaying. After that, here you can see the all the brand images, and that is a brand image carousel actually. Now let's come to the shop page, most important page of the website. At the top here you can see the header. After that, at the left hand side here you can see all the filters like filter product by price, filter by category, filter by color, and filter by size. After that, at the top here you can see the all products, hot products, new products, and sell products tab. Next, here you can see all the products with the pagination. Even here you can see how much product is showing in this current page, that also displaying. At present, 47 products are showing in this page. Now let me come to the single product page. For that, click in a single product. So it will look like that. Here you can see the product image, and when I am hovering on the product image, it gets zoomed in. After the product title, product short description, next product rate with the number of stock available. Next, here you can see the quantity, I mean how many product you want to buy, you can increase or decrease from here. After that, here you can see the add to cart icon with the wishlist option. Next, here it's showing the SKU. After that, product category and product tags. After that, here you can see some social media icons. If you want to share this product with your favorite social media, by using this icon you can share this item in your social media. After the product description, product additional information, and that is the product review tab. Downside, here you can see some related products. After that, come to the blog page. In the blog page, here you can see a beautiful header with all the blog categories. Here you can see all the blog categories. Downside, here you can see all the blogs. At the right hand side, here you can see the blog sidebar. If I click in a single blog, then the blog detail page will open that contain blog title. After that, social media icons. By using them, you can share this blog in your social media. After that, blog image. After that, blog detail, I mean blog content also. After that, here you can see the author name. And downside, here you can see some related blog. After that, here you can see the comment section. Now let's come to the contact us page. So in the contact us page also, in the top here you can see a beautiful header. After that, some text with address, phone number, and mail ID. Now here you can see a Google Map. I will teach you how to integrate the Google Map in your website. And after that, here you can see the contact us form. Now let's come to the shop page because I want to make a live order. So that is my shop page. Let me click in this product because I want to order this product. To be frank, I want to show you how a customer can create a order and how as a admin you can process the order. So first of all, for buying the product, most important thing, you have to log in. If you don't have username and password, then just click in the register option. From here you have to enter your email ID and after that you have to enter the password. So let me enter my email ID. After that I have to write the password also. Next you have to click in the register option. Here you can see the register option. I am clicking on that. So it is in process of registration. Okay, so I already registered. So now let me click in the add to cart option. Here you can see one product is added and even I get a notification also. Let me click in this cart icon. So this window will open. So after that, from here you can increase the quantity and after that click in the checkout option. Here I have to enter all the billing address. Let me fill all the form. So country and region. So by default it will be India because I select I want to sell in a specific country and there I select India. So it is showing only India. After that I have to enter the street address. So let me enter some dummy address. Town Hyderabad. You can enter any town from India. After that state Telangana and pin code. After that I have to enter my phone number. After that here I have to enter my email ID. And if your shipping address and billing address is different, then you have to click in this and after that again you have to enter the shipping address. My shipping address and billing address is same, so I am not going to enter it again. After that here it showing the order details, I mean the product name and the product original rate. After that subtotal. After the shipping charges it is a 50 rupees and after the tax 72 rupees means 18%. Everything will be automatically calculated. After that you have to choose your payment method. If you want to pay via Stripe, then you have to click in the Stripe option, else credit card / debit card option you can also select. Even you can select the cash on delivery also. After selecting the payment method, you have to click in the place order option. Next, this page will open that contain the order ID, order date, order email ID, subtotal, payment method, and here you can see the order details again after with the billing address and the shipping address. So now let me check my order status. For that you have to click in this my account option and if you click in the order, so here you can see the order status presently showing in the processing. If you want to see the detail of the order, then you can click in the view option also. This page will open. Even by using this order ID and email ID, you can track your order also, and that is my order tracking page. Now let me come to the admin panel. From there I want to see how it's showing. So you have to click in the WooCommerce downside order option. You have to click in the order option. So you can see one is displaying, means you would already receive one order. Here you can see I already get a order and that's before 2 minutes ago. Let me click in the order. So in the order you can see all the details, I mean the billing address, shipping address, and here you can see the order status. By default it's showing now in process. Suppose you already complete the order, then you have to click in the complete option and after that you have to click in the update option. Once as a admin you already click in the update option. So now let me come to the user window again. So at present here you can see my order in process. If you click in the order option, here you can see the order status is showing now complete. Because as a admin I already complete the order, so the order status is showing now as completed. So in this way a user can create a order and as a admin you can process the order. For creating this website, here I am not going to use any real domain name or hosting account. Here I am going to use localhost because it's a dummy website and it is only for the tutorial purpose. So I am not going to use any real domain name and hosting account. Download the local server. First of all, just Google XAMPP. XAMPP. You will get this link www.apachefriends.org/download.html. Click in that. This window will open. After that, if you are Windows user, then you have to download this version, I mean this 8.1.1, this one. If you are Linux user, then you have to download this one, and if you are a Mac user, then you have to download this one. Hence I am a Windows user, so I am clicking this. After that, this pop-up is opening, so I have to click in the save as, and after that you have to save the file. Once the download is completed, you have to install the setup file. After that you have to search for the XAMPP control panel. You have to open that. XAMPP control panel will look like that. So from here what you have to do, you have to click in the start option for the Apache and start option for the MySQL. After that, open a new tab and you have to write this one, localhost/phpMyAdmin. Open that. This window will open. From there you have to click in this new option. Now you have to create the database. I am giving the database name as Sobat2. After that you have to click in the create option. So my database is now successfully created and that is my database name. Now you have to open my computer or File Explorer. From there I install XAMPP in my C drive. So I am opening the C drive, and from there here you can see a folder name as XAMPP. Open that. After that you have to open htdocs. Next, what you have to do, you have to open this link in another tab, wordpress.org. From there you have to click in this get WordPress option. Next, scroll down and click in the download WordPress option. After that you have to click in the save option. I already downloaded it, so I am not going to download it again. After that you have to open the WordPress file what you download. Open the htdocs folder, drag and drop this WordPress folder there. Close that WordPress folder. After that you have to rename that. Click in the rename option. I am giving the name as Sobat2. After that open that. From there you have to open the WP content. Now just pause the video and go to the video description. There you will get two links. One is Mega link and another one is Google Drive link. Either clicking any one, you have to download all the themes file, images files and plugins files. Once you downloaded, place them in a folder. You will get some such kind of folder. So from there what you have to do, open the plugin, select all, copy them and come here. You have to open the plugin in the Sobat2 WP content and plugin folder. You have to open that and you have to just remove everything. After that just paste all the plugin here. At the same time come back here. You will get a folder which name is Sober. Just copy that. In the WP content you have to open the themes. If you want you can delete some default theme will be there, just delete them, and once done you have to paste it. That is the theme file. Actually the Sober is the theme file. It will take some time to copy all the plugin. Once done just open a new tab in your web browser. After that you have to type localhost / the directory name means Sobat2. Hit the enter key. You will get this window. From there you have to select your preferred language and after that you have to click in the continue option. So I am selecting English. After that click in the let's go. So from here you have to enter the database name and my database name is Sobat2 and it is case sensitive. Please keep in mind. And username will be root and after that password I does not required. After that click in the submit option. After that click in the run the installation. Site title also I am giving Sobat2. Username and password, you have to enter a strong username and password because it's a dummy project, so I am not going to entering a strong password. So after that you have to click in the confirm password. Next you have to enter your original email ID. Once done click in this install WordPress option. After that you have to click in the login option. Next entering username and password, again you have to click in this login option. Now my WordPress dashboard will open. That is my WordPress dashboard. From there I have to click in this appearance option. Next here you can see the Sober theme. Just click in the activate option. Click in this begin installing plugin. This one, no, I does not require this one because I am going to use Elementor as my page builder, so no need to install this WPD page builder. So what you can do, just come to the plugin option, select everything and click in the activate option. After that click in the apply. So as you can see here my all the plugin is activated. Next what you have to do, you have to set up the WooCommerce. For that hover on the WooCommerce and click in the settings. Here I have to enter the address. Next I have to enter the city name. So I am from Hyderabad, so I am entering Hyderabad. Country / state, so I am from Telangana, India. So I have to search for the Telangana. Here you can see the India-Telangana. Select this one. After that I have to enter my postal ID. Next in the general option it is asking the selling location. Sell to all country, no, I want to sell only in India, so I have to select the sell to specific country. If you want to sell in all country, then you have to select sell to all country. Even this option is also available, sell to all country, except suppose you not want to sell a product in a particular country, so you can add a country name as backlisted. So from that country no one can purchase the product from your website. So here I am selecting sell to a specific country, and now from here I have to search India. Next shipping location, I want to ship in a specific country only, so I am selecting ship to a specific country only, and here also I am selecting India, this one. After that you have to enable this option, enable taxes. It is very important. Next just click in the save changes. Once done click in the product option. Next make sure shop page is selected as default shop page and from the measurement unit I want weight unit should be in gram and dimension unit in centimeter. Keep it as it is. After that, clicking the save change again. Now clicking the tax. So in India, tax is known as GST. So additional tax class, in the next line I have to enter GST. Next, again clicking the save changes. At the top here you can see the GST rate. Just clicking that. Clicking the insert row option. So I have to enter the country code. So IN for India, and the percentage will be 18%. Next, you have to select both of the checkboxes and clicking the save changes. Next, come to the shipping option. Clicking the add shipping zone. Next, I have to enter the zone name. I am giving the zone name as India. If you want to select a particular region, then you can enter, but I want to sell my product all over the India, so I am not going to select any particular zone. Next, you have to click in this add to shipping method. Click in that flat rate. Okay, click in the add shipping method. Next, you have to click in this one, this flat rate. Now you have to enter the shipping cost. Suppose for each and every product you want to keep the shipping charges as 50 rupees. You can keep that and you have to click in the save changes. But there is a problem. If you keep 50 rupees like that, then if the customer buy a single product, for them the shipping charges will be 50. But the customer, if they buy more than one product, like he buying 100 product, then also the shipping cost will be 50. There is a formula you have to enter. For that, you just hover on the question mark, you will get a formula like 10 asterisk in bracket QTY. So shipping charges, after that the star symbol, and in bracket you have to write in small letter QTY, in small case QTY. Next, you have to click in the save changes option. So in this way, for each and every product the shipping charges will be 50 rupees. But there is another problem. Suppose you are shipping clothes as well as you are shipping big furnitures, even refrigerators, but for the big furnitures the shipping charges will be more compared to a cloth. I want for the big furniture, refrigerators, for the big products the shipping charges should be different. So for that you can do one thing, just click in the shipping classes, because I want to add a special class for the heavy product. Just click in the add shipping class. So I am giving the name as heavy, and after that click in the save shipping class. Now again you have to come to the shipping zone. After that again you have to click in the India. Next, again click in this flat rate option. Just remove the rate from here. Heavy shipping class cost. Suppose for each and every product I want it should be 150, which is belong to the heavy shipping class. The product which is not belong to the heavy shipping class, for that the rate will be 50 rupees for each and every product. So if you understand, that is for the heavy class, and that is the product which is not belong to the heavy class. If you have any kind of doubt, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section. Okay, it is very important. Once done, you have to click in the save changes. Next, what you have to do, you have to come to the payment method. It is one of the most important step. So suppose you want to enable the cash on delivery option, so just enable that. By default it will be disabled, but you have to enable that. Next, enable this option, credit card / debit card, and after that enable this option also, this Stripe checkout, enable that also. After that, click in the manage option of the credit card / debit card, this one. Next, this window will appear. So title you have to enter this one, credit / debit card. Here also in the description you have to enter credit card / debit card. Even the pay bottom also I want to display this. Card view in a single row, if you want to enable, then your card view will show like that. If you not enable, it will show like that. So it's up to you. If you want to enable, you can enable it also. After that, you have to click in the save changes. Next, you have to come to this option, web trophy Stripe. Here you can see the web trophy Stripe. Open it in a new tab. This window will open. By default it will be in test mode. You have to make it live mode. After that, I need the publishable key and secret key. So for that, just come to the Stripe dashboard, enter your email ID and password. After that, click in the continue option. Now click on the developer mode. After that, from here you have to click in the API key. So that is my publishable key, this one. Just come back here, paste it here. After that, I need the secret key. So that is my secret key. Just come here and paste it here. Scroll down and click in the save changes. So it's done here. Again come back to the WooCommerce settings. From there you have to click in this account and privacy. From here enable this one, this one, this one, uncheck this one, scroll down and click in the save changes. Next, directly come to the currency option. So by default here two currencies are showing USD and Euro. Suppose I want to display multi-currency, one will be in USD and another will be in the INR. So you can do one thing, just write here INR and select this as basic, means by default make this left, this one even here also. After that the symbol, so I have to search for the rupee symbol. Here you can see the rupee symbol, just click in that. It will automatically calculate the rate, means 1 rupee is equal to this amount of dollar. Click in this. After that click in this also. After that click in the update all rate. So it's done. Now I have to create products, but before creating the product I have to create the product category and product attributes. For creating the products category, hover on the products and click in the categories. Okay, I think I have saved it. Scroll down and click in the save changes. So once it's saved, now hover on the products and click in the categories. By default there will be a category. You can edit that, else you can keep as it is. Before creating the product category, hover on the media, right click and click in the open it in a new tab. Now come here. Now open the folder which link I already give in the video description. From there you will find a folder named as images. Open that, select all the image and drag and drop here. It will take some time to upload all the images. As you can see here, all the images are already uploaded. Now let's come back here. At the place of the name, I have to enter the category name. I am giving the category name as bag. Next scroll down and here you can see the thumbnail. Click in this option, upload/add images. Click in the media library. I am selecting this image. Click in the use this image. After that click in the add new category. So this is how to create a product category. Now I'll teach you how to create product subcategory. Suppose for the bag I want a subcategory name as ladies bag. So for that you have to put the name here, and after that from the parent category you have to select the bag, you have to select the parent category, and again you have to click in this upload/add images. Suppose I am taking this image, click in this use this image option, and after that you have to click in the add new category. Here you can see this subcategory get added here. In similar manner, let me add all the categories. So as you can see here, I already create all the main categories and the subcategories. Now I have to create the attributes. For that click in the attribute option. Now here I have to enter the attribute name. The first attribute name I am giving as color, and from the type I have to select it as color. After that click in the add attribute option. Let me add another attribute name as size. So here I have to write size, and from here I have to make it label and click in the add attribute. Now let me click in the color attribute. Now here I have to give the color name, suppose black. After that from here I have to choose the black color, this color. After that click in the add new color. Next color I am taking as blue, and from here I have to select the blue color and again click in the add new color. In similar manner I have to add all the color one by one, like pink, and from here again I have to select the pink color, that is the pink color. Click in the add new. After the red, you can add any color from here. Now let me add white color, and from here I have to select this color. Now click in the add new color. Now again come back to the attribute option, because I have to add some parameter of the size attribute. So click in the size, and now I have to add some sizes like XL, L, medium, short size. I think that's enough. Now I have to create the size chart. For that click in the size chart option. By default here you can see there is already some size chart available. You can edit them also. Let me take this one, this women's t-shirt size chart. Now what you have to do, scroll down. Here you can see already so many options is already available. I want to display only in inches, not in the centimeter. So here you can see the bust size in centimeter, just remove that. Similarly that is also the waist size in centimeter, remove that also. And in the last here you can see the hip size in centimeter, remove that also. And I does not want that much option, so let me enter here size, and after that make it small, medium, large, XL. I think that's enough. So just remove the other option one by one. I am keeping this much option only. And if you want to change the table color, you can do it from here. Suppose you want a pink color, so you can do it like that. Similarly here also, if you want the pink color, light pink color, you can do that. Now I have to select the product category on which you want to display this size chart. Suppose I want to apply this only in the women's dress, so just enable that. And at the top here you can see some text is there. If you want you can keep as it is, else you can remove that also, it up to you. Here I am removing. And after that, image, if you have any side chart image you can add. Click in the select image option. Suppose I am taking this image, click in this use this image, and after that click in the update option. So in this way you can add the side chart. Now I have to create products. First of all I will teach you how to create a simple product. After that I will teach you how to create the variable product. For creating the product, first of all click in the product, and here you can see the add new option. Just click in that. Next this window will open. Here you have to enter the product name. So I am giving the product name like that, and after that here I have to enter the product description, and here you have to select the product category. Suppose it is belongs to the beauty product, so select the product category. Even you can select the multiple category also. And after that here is the product tag. If you want to add any tag here you can add that. You have to write the tag, and after that you have to click in the add option. Next, make sure it will be simple product because I am going to adding a simple product only. So from this drop down you have to select the simple product. By default it will be simple product only. Next, what you have to do, you have to enter the rate of the product, and that is the regular price. If the sale is going on, then you have to enter the sale rate, suppose 600. And if you want to schedule the sale, you can do it from here. Here you can see the schedule option is available here. Suppose this sale is scheduled from 30th to next month January 2022 8th, like that you can schedule that also. And this product is taxable or not? Yes, it is taxable, so I am choosing the taxable, and the tax class I am choosing the GST, which I already created. Next, at the downside here you have to add the product short description. Even if you want you can make them list element also, like that. Now come to the inventory option. Here you have to enter the product SKU. SKU stands for stock keeping unit. Every product have a unique SKU. If you want to manage the stock, you have to enable that. Suppose you have total 70 product in stock, so you have to write 70 here. And after that, allow back orders. Back orders means like your stock is end but still you want to accept the order, then you have to allow that. After that, come to the shipping option. So in the shipping option, here you have to enter the product weight in gram, because at the weight parameter I select the gram, so it is coming in gram. And after that, dimension, what is the product dimension you have to enter. I am entering some dummy content, but you have to enter appropriately. After the shipping classes, this is belong to the heavy shipping classes or not. If the product belong to the heavy shipping class, you have to choose heavy, else you have to choose this option, no shipping class. Remaining is not that much important. Now come here, here you can see the product image. Click in this. Suppose I am taking this image. After that you have to click in this option, set product image. Now I have to add the product gallery image. If you want to add product thumbnail video, you can do that also. Suppose you already upload the video in YouTube, so from here you have to enter the video URL. Else if you want to add the video locally, then what you have to do, you have to click in this add media option. Suppose that is my video file, just drag and drop it here, and after that click in the select option. So it's done here. And video position at the end of the product gallery, yes, I want to keep like that only. Mute video, if you want to play the sound in the video, then you have to click in the unmute, else you can mute that. After that, product gallery, click in that. Suppose I am taking this image as product gallery image. Product gallery image means similar image or similar kind of image of the same product. Actually the image should be belongs to the same product only. Click in the add to gallery. You can add multiple images also. By holding the control key you can select at a time multiple images, and after that the process is quite similar. So this is how you can create a simple product. Once done, you have to click in the publish option. Now I will teach you how to create the variable product. For adding a new product, again you have to click in this add new option. Similarly, here you have to enter the product name, and after that you have to enter the product's description. Scroll down, and from this drop down you have to select this option, variable product. This product is taxable, yes, and the tax class will be GST. After that, come to the inventory option. So here you have to enter your product SKU in stock keeping unit, and if you want to manage the stock you can do it from here, else I'll teach you for individual product how to manage the stock in the variable product. I mean, for every product, if you have the similar kind of stock, then you just enable that and you have to write the number here. But if you have different number of stock for different product, then don't do anything here. Just directly come to the shipping option. Here also nothing to do here. After that, come to the attribute option. From this drop down, you have to choose the color, and after that you have to click in this add option. Now you have to check both this checkbox, and now you have to select the values. Suppose I want blue and I want pink color. Once done, click in the save attribute, and after that I am choosing another attribute name as size. Suppose you have two different kind of sizes, so click in the add option. Now again click in this both checkbox, and after that suppose I am adding two value, one is medium, another is large. Click in the save attribute. Now come to the variation. It is one of the most important part of this variable product. Watch it very carefully. From this drop down, you have to select create variation from all attribute, this option. Next you have to click in the go. This kind of pop-up window will appear. Just click in the OK. After some time another pop-up will appear. It showing that 4 variation is added, because I add 2 variation in color and 2 variation in size. So total 4 product. 2 into 2 is 4. After that click in the OK. Now click in this blue color and large size, this one. So I have to upload the product image here. Suppose I am taking this image. Click in the set variation image. Now here you have to enter the SKU. After that here you have to enter the rate. Suppose 700. If the sale rate is available, then you have to enter the sale rate, and after that you can schedule that also. Yes, product in stock, and here you have to enter the product weight, and after that you have to enter product dimension and all the thing, and after that shipping class, yes, same as parent, and after the tax class also same as parent, and after that you can add the description also. Next, blue color and medium size. I am not going to enter everything because it's a dummy project, so I am not going to enter everything. I am just uploading the picture and I am keeping the rate only. So suppose I am taking this one, click in the set variation image, and after that suppose rate is 750. Next, the sale rate is around 650, and I am leaving another options, but you have to enter. Now pink color and large size, you can click in this. Suppose I am taking this one, click in the set variation image, and the rate I am entering 700. Next, pink color medium size, so again I have to upload the image. Suppose I am taking this one, click in the set variation image, and after that I have to enter the rate like 750 and sell rate 700. Now scroll up. Here this product belongs to bag category, and this is also belongs to the laptop bag. So bag and laptop bag, I have to select these two options. After that tag, let me add a tag name as laptop and click in the add option. Scroll down. Here you can see the product image. Click in this, click in the load mode option. Suppose I am taking this one, click in the select product image, and if you have any video then you can add it here. I am keeping it empty only. After that click in the product gallery image. So from the product gallery image, let me add this image, this image, this image. By pressing the Ctrl key at a time, as I tell you, you can select multiple images. After that click in the add to gallery. Now scroll down. Here is the product short description. So I have to enter the product short description here. Scroll up. So I think almost everything is completed. Now just click in the publish option. In similar manner, let me create all the product in different category, and after that I will come back. So as you can see here, I already create so many product in different category. Now I have to convert some normal product to a featured product. For converting a normal product to a featured product, here you can see a empty star symbol, and when I am hovering on that, it's showing no. Suppose I want to convert this product to a featured product, so I have to click in this. After refreshing the page, here you can see this product will convert it to a feature product. As you can see here, now this product become to a feature product, and when I am hovering on that, it's showing yes. Now let me convert some more product to a feature product. Just click on the some random product. So as you can see, I convert so many product to a feature product. Now I have to add some product custom category header image. So as you can see in the demo website, if I open a particular category, here you can see at the top the images also get changed, the header images also get changed. Suppose that is the women's dress category. If I open bag category, suppose I am clicking the bag, a different image is appearing for each and every category in the header. So for that, what you have to do, let's come to the category. Suppose let me take the women's dress. First of all, you have to open the category. After that, here you can see page header image. Just click in this upload option. Suppose I am taking this image. An image I am taking 1920 into 410, that is the resolution. Okay. After that click in the use image. Once done, click in the update option. So once it updated, again click in this go to categories. So hope you understand. So you have to click in the category, you have to open the category. After that, here page header image, you have to upload the image. Suppose for the back category I am taking this image, and after that you have to click in this use image, and after that click in the update option. So you have to repeat the similar process for each and every category, and for each category you have to add a unique header image. So once you add all the category header image, after that I have to create the slider. For creating the slider, first of all you have to click in this slider revolution. Here you can see the slider revolution, you have to click in that. After that this window will open. From there you have to click in this option, new blank module. After that click in the start guide option. Next click in the slider and click in the next step. After that I have to choose this option because I want a full screen slider. After that click in the next step. I am choosing this option. Next click in the go to editor option. Next here I have to enter the slider name. I am giving the slider name as home, and after that I have to click in the save change option. First of all here I have to give the slider name. I am giving the slider name as home, and after that I have to click in the save changes. Once done, click in this option, and from the slide you have to select this one, new slide, this one, and make it colored, and I have to change the color actually. So from here I can change the color. Suppose I need this color. After clicking this icon, next I need a image, so click in the image option, and after that click in the media library option. I am taking this image, click in this and click in the insert option. So here you can see your image get inserted. Now I have to increase the size. I think this is perfect. Next I have to add some text. For the adding the text layer, just hover on that, click in the text and click in this one, quick style headline. I need black color headline, so I am selecting this black color, and from there I am taking this one, click in this. After that close it, come to the content. So whatever the content you want you can write here, drag it little bit downside. I think this is perfect. So next I need this discover new latest collection. So again come back here, again click in this, hover on the text, again click in the quick start headline, and now I am taking this one, close it and come back here. What is the content you want you have to write, and after that you can decrease the size also little bit if you want. Next I need a black color button. As you can see here, shop now button I need. So again click in this and click in the button option, and from here I have to click in this. So I need the button, just drag and drop it here. So in the button it will be shop now. So come back to the content, here I have to write shop now. After that just resize the button. If you need the bigger size button, just click in this and drag it like that. After that click in this and enable the notebook, tablet and mobile. Next click in the notebook preview. If you want to make any change in the notebook preview, you can do that. Suppose I need little bit bigger headline. Next if you want to increase the size you can do that, and I want to increase the shop now size also. After that again click in the save changes. Now let's come to the tablet mode. For that just click in this and click in the tablet option. So in tablet it's displaying like that, so I think I have to resize it. I think little bit more. Okay, after that shop now button should be here, little downside. Drag this also, even drag this also. If you want to make it bigger you can do that. I think that's looking cool. Click in the save changes. Now after saving, click in the mobile preview. So I have to increase the size. I think it's perfect. Now let me increase the button size also, this subtitle, and after that increase the title size. Next click in the save changes. Now I have to add some animation effect. So for that, first of all let me select that image, come to the animation, click in this. You can add any animation effect. Suppose I am adding this one. After that click in the title, click in the in, and I have to add the animation effect here. Next click in the subtitle, again I have to add the animation effect for the subtitle. For the button also you have to add some animation effect. Next you have to click in the save changes. Now I have to adjust the timeline. First of all the image should appear, so click in the images and increase the timeline little bit, like that you can increase the timeline, and after that this text should come, so make it like that, and the animation time, increase the animation time. Similarly for the subtitle also. Next for the text bottom also, Just increase the time little bit. Okay, I think it's done. Click in the save option. Now just hover on the slide and click in this option, add slide. Now again click in this option, and after that from this drop down I have to select colored. Click in this because I have to change the color and I need this color. Click in this OK option and make it desktop preview. Next again I have to add a image layer, so click in the image. Next click in this image and come back to the content and click in the media library. I am taking this image, click in the insert option. So this image is inserted. Now I think I have to reposition it, make it little bit larger. Okay, now it's perfect. So after that I need a text layer, so hover on the add layer option and click in the text. From there you have to click in this option, quick style headline, and from there I need the white color only, so I am not changing it in black color, I am keeping it in white color only, and from there I like this one, so I am choosing this. Now close it, come back to the content. So as a text I need this text, new collection, so I have to write here new collection. Now I need this text, discover now latest collection. So here again click in this text and click in the quick start headline. I am taking this one, drag and drop it little bit downside. I think here it's perfect. Now close it, come back to the content, and here I have to write that. If you want you can decrease the size a little bit. After that I need a button also, so again come back, add layer option and click in the button. I need this one, drag and drop it downside, and after that at the bottom come back to the content, and here I have to write shop now. So it's done here for the desktop. Now let's click in the save option. After that hover on that and click in the notebook, reposition the image. I need the text little bit bigger size, this also. Okay, after that click in the save changes. Similarly I have to now come to the tablet preview. In tablet preview I have to change the image little bit bigger size, more bigger. It's looking quite perfect. Drag and drop it little bit downside. If you want you can make it little bit bigger also, and shop now button also make it little bit bigger. Okay, it's done. Click in the save change, and after that now click in the mobile preview. In the mobile preview also I have to make the image a little bit bigger size. If it going little outside, don't worry, because I have to make the slider responsive and content should be display. Okay, and for the new collection also make it a little bit bigger size. I think it's too much big, make it a little smaller. Drag the image a little bit downside. Now click in the save changes. After that I have to add the animation effect. So first of all I'm clicking in the image, come back to the animation, click in the in. So here lot of animation effect is there, you can select anything. After that main heading, click in the in option, I'm choosing this option. After subheading click the in option, I'm taking this, and for the bottom also I have to add the animation effect, so I'm choosing some random animation effect. Next I have to adjust the timeline. If you want you can increase the animation time also, just click in this and drag and increase like that. After that click in the save changes. So it's almost done. Now I have to add the controls. So for that you have to click in this option. Suppose you want to enable the arrow, so just click in the arrow and enable it, and if you want to enable the bullet, just click in this and enable that. So here you can see my navigation arrow is also coming and bullet is also coming. Even you can change the bullet style also, and similarly you can change the arrow style also, it up to you. So after that you have to click in the save changes, and if you want to check the preview then you have to click in the preview option. So that is my preview, and that is the desktop preview. As you can see here, okay, it's working perfectly. Yeah, it's perfect. Similarly you can check the mobile preview also. Okay, everything is perfect. Okay, now close it. Next, click in the save option again, and after that click in this W option, and from there click in the pages, because now I have to design the home page. So click in the page option. Now what you have to do, you have to click in the add new option here. So this window will appear. From there just close it, and I have to give the name of the home page. So I am giving the name as home. Next what you have to do, from this template I have to choose home, this one, home page. Click in the publish option, again publish option. Come back here, click in the edit with Elementor option. Now my Elementor page builder interface will load. Now click in this plus option, take single row single column, click in this edit session option, make it full width. So after that click in this plus option, and here I have to search for the slider revolution. Here you can see the slider revolution 6. Just drag and drop it here, and from there I have to choose the module. I am clicking the plus option, so my home module will selected. Okay, it's coming perfectly. But you can observe in my demo my header is transparent, but here it's not transparent. So we can do one thing, just update it. I have to make a settings for that. Click in this, click in the exit to dashboard. So here you can see site header. Click in this option and make it transparent, and text color make it light. Once done, again click in the update option. After that again click in this option, edit with Elementor. So now here you can see that transparent header is appearing, and it's looking totally perfect. So after that I have to design this product category session. Actually that is a banner session. So again come back here, click in this plus option, take single row single column. After that make it full width. Next again click in this plus option, and here I have to search for the banner grid. Here you can see the banner grid 4. Just drag and drop it here. Okay, it's done here. So here you can see some image sizes is mentioned here. Like for that it's 920 into 820. So you have to take almost similar size of image. I already created that. So first of all, for the first banner, click in this plus option. From here I have to select the image. I am taking this image. Here you can see the size 920 into 820. Click in the insert media option. After that you can change the zoom effect from here, but I am keeping this only because it's looking very cool. After that you have to change the subtitle, title and everything. Suppose at the place of site title I want this, and after that title, so title will be women's dress. So I have to write here women's dress, and after that description you can write some dummy text, whatever you like you have to write here. Next you have to change the bottom text also, because if you come here, you can see the bottom text is shop now. So let's come here, you can see the bottom text, just remove that, and I have to write here shop now. And now here you have to give the link for the women's dress category. I am keeping it empty, but here you have to provide the link for the women's dress category. Next click in the update option. So it's done here. After that I have to design this another 3 banners. The process is quite similar. Just scroll down, here you can see the banner 2. Click in this, and now I have to upload the image. I am taking this image, click in the insert media. Make sure the image should be the same size, 460 into 410. Now you have to change the hover effect if you want, but I am keeping this only. Next if you want subtitle you have to enter that, but here I does not need any kind of subtitle, just remove that. Next I need the banner title, and the banner title will be beauty products. After the description if you want you can add, but I am removing it. Next the bottom text, that will be shop now. Similarly now scroll down and click in the banner 3. Here also I have to upload the image. Let me check which image I have to upload. So I have to upload this man's dress category image. So again come back here, I am taking this image, click in the insert media. Subtitle I not required, title will be man's dress, description also not required, and the bottom text will be shop now. Okay, it's done. Next I need this last one. So let's come here, and the image size will be 920 into 410. So click in the last one, scroll down, click in the banner 4. So I have to upload the image. I am taking this image, click in the insert media. So whatever the subtitle you want you have to write here. After that the title will be perfume. Next I does not need any description, so I am removing it, and the bottom text will be shop now. and here you have to enter the link for the perfume category, but I am keeping empty. Click in the update option. Okay, it's looking perfect. Next, I have to design this product tabs. So let's come back here again. Click in this plus option, take a single row and single column. I need some margin top, so click in the advanced option, unlock the margin, and margin top I am taking around 100 pixel, or you can take 50 pixel also. After that, click in this plus option. So here I have to search product tabs. Here you can see the product tabs. Just drag and drop it here. Again, click in this edit session option, come back to the layout option, make it full width. Okay, now it's looking quite perfect. If you want to change the number of the product, you can do it from here. Even you can change the column number also. And if you want to show the load more bottom, here you can see the load more bottom, so you can make it on, else you can disable that also. If you disable, the load more bottom will not appear, but I'll highly recommend make it on. After that, come to the tabs. So tabs effect, that will be Ajax load, and tab, make it group. And here you can see the all products option is not displaying, but if you enable that, here you can see another extra tab is appearing, and which is for the all products. It up to you, you can keep it, else you can close it also. So after that, click in the update option. Once done, click in this exit to dashboard option. Again, click in this W option. Now I have to make this home page as default home page. So hover on the settings and click in the rating option. Click in this option, and as a home page, I need the home. Click in the save changes. So it's done here. Now I have to design the about us page. So again, click in the pages. Click in the add new option. The page title will be about us. Let me check how my about us page should look. So it will look like that. So let's come here, keep it default only, and after that, page header image. Yes, I have to upload the page header image. Click in the add media option. I am selecting this image. Click in the select option and make it light. Hide the background. Yes. After that, click in the publish option, and I forgot one thing, make it full width, this one. And after that, click in the publish option. Once done, click in this edit with Elementor. So this page will open. Let me check how my about us page should look like. So now I need this text, so just copy it, come back here, click in this plus option, take single row, single column. I need some margin top, so click in this edit session option. After that, you have to come to the advanced session option, because I need some top margin. So first of all, I have to unlock the margin here, and margin top I am taking around 75 pixel. After that, click in this plus option, and I need this text editor. Here you can see the text editor, just drag and drop it here. After that, whatever the text you want to write, you have to write it here. But here you can see this text size is little bit bigger, and this is in bold. So let's come back here again and make it bold. You have to click in this. Next, I need this text, so you can copy it from here. So I have to paste that text here. Here you can see this also coming in bold, but I don't need this in bold format, so make it normal. And after that, let's come to the style option. Click in the typography. I need the higher font size, so take it around 20 pixel. Okay, I think it's looking quite perfect. So next, I need this features service heading, and after that, I need this icon box slider. So let's come back here again. Again, click in this plus option, take single row, single column. Here also I need some top margin. Come back to the advanced option, unlock the margin, and margin top I am giving around 75 pixel. And here I need some padding also. The padding top I am giving around 20 pixel, and even in the bottom I am giving the padding top around 20 pixel. So let's come to the style option now. Here you can see the normal option. Click in this. After that, you have to click in this classic option. After that, I need a light gray color background like that. Now I have to click in this plus option. Here I have to search for the icon box carousel. Here you can see the icon box carousel. Just drag and drop it here. So by default it will appear like that. Here you can see by default total 6 icon boxes coming. If you want more, you can click in the add item and add another icon box. And if you don't need this much icon boxes, by clicking this cross option, you can remove that also. And for editing the icon box, first of all you have to expand the icon box. Next, you have to click in this icon for changing the icon. Suppose here you can see I need this track icon. So what you have to do, here you have to search for the track. Suppose I need this icon, click in this insert option. After that, I need this free shipping title. So let's come back here. Title I have to write free shipping, and after that whatever the content you want to write, you have to write here. Similarly, click in the second one. Here I need the 24/7 support icon. So search for the hands, I need this one, click in the insert option, and the title will be 24/7 support, this one, and whatever the content you want to write, you have to write it here. Similarly, you have to edit all the icon boxes. Once done, I need this founder session. So for that, scroll down, click in this plus option. I need single row and 2 column, this one. I need some top margin, so click in the edit session option and come back to the advanced option, unlock the margin, and margin top I am taking around 75 pixel. After that, click in this plus option, and here I need the image, drag and drop it here. Now I have to change the image, so click in this option. Suppose I am taking this image and click in the insert media. After that, make it center aligned, come back to the style option, and here you can see the border radius, unlock it first of all, and top I am taking 100 and bottom I am taking 100. So here you can see some curved corner. Next, I have to design this one. So first of all, I need a heading, after that some text box, and after that again I need this text box. So you can come back here, click in this option. After that, I need the title first of all, or heading first of all. So drag and drop it. So whatever the title you want, you have to write here, make it center aligned. Come back to the style option, click in the text color and make it secondary. Next, click in the typography option. First of all, decrease the font weight, I want 400, and if you want to increase the font size, make it little bit larger, like 30 pixel will be quite enough. Next, I need the text box, so drag and drop the text editor downside of the heading, like that. After that, I need this text, just copy it from here, come back here and paste it here. Next, I need little bit bigger font size, so click in the typography option and increase the font size. I think that is quite enough. Next, I need this sign, so come back here, I need another text editor, drag and drop the text editor downside of that text editor. Here I have to write my name. Now come back to the style option, I need deep black color, so change the color like that. After that, click in the typography option. The font family will be Montex. Here you can see the Montex, and font weight, make it around 500, and font size I am taking around 35 pixel, and after that make it center aligned. Okay, it's done here. Next, click in the edit session option and come back to the layout option. Here you can see the vertical aligned and make it middle. Okay, it's perfect now. Now I have to design this our team session. So you can come back here, click in this plus option, take single row and single column. Again click in this option, means edit session option. After that, come back to the advanced option, unlock the margin, and margin top I am giving around 75 pixel. Now I need to change the background color also. Again click in this classic option, click in this, I need light gray color background, I think this is enough. After that, again click in this option and again search for the heading. So that is the heading, and heading will be our team. So let's come back here, I have to write our team. After that, I have to design this our team session. So first of all, let's come back here, click in this option. Here you can see the inner session, drag and drop the inner session downside of the heading, and I need total 4 column. So just duplicate it, another time duplicate it. Now here you can see in a single row there is total 4 column. Again click in this plus option, and here I have to search for the team member. Here you can see the sober team member, drag and drop it here in the first column. After that, I have to change the image, so click in this option. From the media library, I have to search for the image. Suppose I am taking this image, click in the insert media, image size, make it full. After the name, suppose I am giving my own name, and my position CEO, just copy it, paste it here also, even here also. After that, click in the second one, I have to change the image. Suppose I am taking this one, click in the insert media, I am giving some name. After that, come to the third one, here also I have to change the image. I am taking this image, click in the insert media. After that, you have to change the name, and you have to change the position also. Next, click in the fourth one, again I have to change the image. I am taking this image. Next, you have to change the name. Next, you have to change the job title. Okay, it's done here. Next, I need this title, and after that I need this brand carousel. So title will be company's partner. So let's come back here, click in this plus option, take single row, single column. After that, click in this edit session option, come to the advanced session, and after that you have to click in this unlock margin. Margin top, usually I am taking 75 pixel. Again click in this plus option, and here I have to search for the heading. So here you can see the heading, just drag and drop it here and I have to write here company's partner, make it center aligned. Again come back here and click in this option. Again I have to search for the image gallery or image slider. Suppose I am taking this one, drag and drop it downside of the title. Come back to the advanced option, unlock the margin top I am giving around 20 pixel. After that come back to the content. Here I have to add all the brand logo images. Here you can see all the images. Just click all of them, and after that you have to click in this create new gallery. After that you have to click in this insert gallery option, and from here you have to make it 4. So at a time I want to display 4 brand images at a time, and click in this responsive option, click in the tablet. So in the tablet I want to display 3, and after that in the mobile I want to display 2. Okay, it's done here. Sorry, I have to change it in mobile. Okay, it's perfect now. Next, what I have to do, let's come to the desktop preview. So it's done here. Now I have to click in the update option. Once updated, click in this option, and after that click in the exit to dashboard option. Now again click in this W option, click in the add new option because I want to add the contact us page now. Now here I have to enter the page title. I am giving contact us, and from the template I have to choose full width, this one. Let me check my contact us page. Okay, it's looking like that. So first of all I have to add the header image. So let's come back here, click in this add media option. I am taking this image, click in the select option, and from here make it light. I mean the text header color, make it light. After that click in the publish option. Once done, click in this option edit with Elementor. So now I need this text. So just copy the text from here, come back here, click in this plus option, take single row, single column, and click in this edit session option. After that you have to come to the advanced option, and from here you have to unlock the margin, and margin top I am taking 75 pixel. After that again click in this plus option here, and after that I need the text editor. So drag and drop this text editor here. After that whatever text you want, you have to write it here. After that come back to the settings option and make it center aligned. The text color I am changing it deep black color. After that click in the typography option. Here you can see the typography option, and font size I am increasing little bit. Let me take around 20 pixel, and if you want to increase the font weight you can do that also. So after that I need this address, phone number and email. So you can come back here, click in this option, and here you have to search for the info list. So here you can see the sober info list. Drag and drop it downside of the text box. Next, I does not require the facts, so just click in this cancel option. So after that click in the address tag. If you want to change the icon you can do it, but I am keeping as it is. After that I have to enter my address. Next come to the phone number tab. So here I have to add my phone number, and that is my real phone number, and that is my WhatsApp number also. If you want to contact, you can use this phone number for contacting me. Next close it and come to the email. So here I have to write my email ID, that is my original email ID. And if you want to add any item, just click in the add item. Suppose here I need the WhatsApp icon, so here I have to search for the WhatsApp. So here you can see the WhatsApp icon. Just click in this and click in the insert option, and after that at the label I have to write WhatsApp. Next come back to the value. So in the value I have to enter my mobile number. So at the value again I have to write the phone number. So hope you understand how to do that. After that I need this Google map, and after that I need this contact us form. So again come back here, click in this plus option. I am taking this one, single row and 2 column. The left side column will be little bit bigger and the right side will be little bit smaller. Click in this option, click in this because I need some top margin. Come back to the advanced, unlock the margin top, and margin top I am giving around 75 pixel. After that click in this plus option and drag and drop the text editor. Next you have to open the Google map. Here I am opening the Google map, and from here you have to select an area. Suppose that is my area. I am selecting some random area, and after that you have to click in the share option. After that you have to click in this embed map option, and from there you have to click in this option copy HTML. After that come back here, come back to the text option. Don't paste the code in the visual. Come to the text option, select everything and remove it, and after that you have to paste that code. So here you can see your map is coming here. Next click in this plus option. So I need this text, contact us with, copy it, come back here, click in this plus option, and here I have to search for the heading. So here you can see the sober heading. Just drag and drop it here, and that will be the header content. And after that I need the contact us form. You have to come to the dashboard, and from there you have to click in this contact option. Here you can see the contact form. You have to open that contact form. Next, remove the everything. After that, you have to write that code. Just pause the video and write the code. Once done, you have to click in the save option. After that, I need this short code. Here you can see the short code. Just copy the short code. After that, come back here and search for the short code. Here you can see the short code. Just drag and drop it downside of the heading, and after that you have to paste that short code here. So here you can see your contact form is coming properly. And if you want to increase the height of the map, suppose I am coming here and come back to the text option. Here you can see the height. Suppose I need the height 550. So make it 550. Hope you understand how to increase the height. And the width, make it 100%. Always make it 100%. So it will be totally responsive. So my contact us page design is completed here. Click in the update option. Now I have to design the blog page. But before designing the blog page, first of all I have to create some blog. So for that, let me come to the dashboard. Click in the exit to dashboard, and after that click in this W option. First of all, let me create some post category, and after that I will create the post. So hover on the post, and after that you have to click in this categories option. So I am entering some category name like fashion. After that click in the enter key, lifestyle, travel, etc. Once you create all the categories, after that you have to click in this add new option downside of the post. Next, here you have to write the title of the post. After that, here you have to write the content of the post. After that, come back to the post option, click in this post option. From the category, you can select single category, else you can select multiple category at a time. Once done, you have to click in this feature image. After that, click in this set feature image. Suppose I am taking this image, click in this set feature image. After that, you have to click in this publish option. Once done, you have to add another post. For that, again you have to click in this W option. After that, again you have to click in the add new option. After that, again give the title. You have to write the content of the post. After that, again click in this post option, and from the category you have to choose the perfect category, and after that you have to click in the set feature image option. Suppose I am taking this image, click in the set feature image. In similar manner, let me create some more posts, and after that I will come back. Again click in the publish option. So as you can see here, I already create so many blog posts in different category. After that, I have to create the blog page. For that, hover on the pages and click in the add new. Next, I have to enter the page name. I am giving the page name as blog. After that, here I have to add the header image. I am taking this image, click in the select. After that, page header title text color, make it dark and keep it default template, and after that you have to click in the publish option. Once done, again click in this W option, come back to the settings and reading, and from here I have to select blog as default blog page, and after that you have to click in the save changes. Next, I have to create the order tracking page. Click in the pages, click in the add new. Here I have to enter the page title. I am giving the title as order tracking. Next, from this page template I have to choose full width. Here I am keeping everything default. After that, click in the publish option. Next, I have to click in this edit with elementor option. Now click in this plus option. I am taking this option, single row 3 column, but middle one is bigger. After that, again click in this option, plus option, and before that click in this edit session. Come back to the layout and vertical aligned, make it middle. After that, again click in this plus option. Here I have to search for the short code. Here you can see the short code. Just drag and drop the short code here. After that, here I have to write the short code. Just pause the video. You have to write that code exactly. WooCommerce underscore order underscore tracking in third bracket. Once done, you have to click in the update option. So here I almost create all the pages. Now I have to create the header. For creating the header, first of all I have to create the menu. So first of all, let me check how my header should look like. So here you can see in the header, I need total 2 menu. One is the main menu and another is the top menu. As you can see here, the order tracking and wish list in the top bar, that is the top menu. So let's come back here, click in this and click in the exit to dashboard. Again click in this W option. Now for creating the menu, hover on the appearance and click in this menu option. Here I have to enter the menu name. I am giving the menu name as main, and from this I have to select primary menu. Next you have to click in this create menu option. Here also I have to select this mobile menu also, because I want primary menu and the mobile menu should be same. After that click in this view all, and from there I need home page, blog page, about us page, contact us page. Let me check, is okay, I need the shop page also. So scroll down, here you can see the shop page also. After that click in the add domain option. Next I have to arrange them, like home page should be first, after that I need the about us page, next shop page will be there, and after that blog page and the contact us page. Now click in the save menu option. Next I need another menu. Again I have to click in this create menu option. So here I am giving the menu name as top menu, and here I have to select this one, top bar menu. Once done, click in this create menu option, and here I need wishlist and order tracking, these two page. Click in the add to menu. After that click in the save menu option. Once done, again you have to come to the appearance, and after that you have to click in the customize option. From here you have to click in this header option. After that come to the top bar. First of all enable the top bar. So here you can see at the top of the page you can see the top bar here. From here you can change the top bar color also. By default it will be dark. If you want light color, I mean white color background, then you can select the light color. After that make it 2 column. I don't want to show the language switcher and the currency switcher here. I want to show the custom content. As you can see here, I want to show this content here. So let's come here, and at the place of the HTML you have to write whatever you want to show there. Next here you can see this order tracking and wishlist is already coming. After that you have to click in the publish option. Now come back, click in the header option, and from this drop down I am choosing header version 2. Here you can see the header version 2. I am choosing that, and I am keeping it full width only. Remaining the sticky header, I am selecting this one, smart sticky header, and that menu hover animation I am making it slide. Again come back, click in the logo. So I want to show the image, so I am selecting the image. After that click in the select image option. I am taking this image, click in the select. After that come to the logo height and make it 50. Next again come back, click in this header icon, and from there I want wish list, even I want the currency switcher also. And here you can see a cart icon. If you want to change the cart icon, here is lot of cart icon is available. You can select any of them. Not only that, by selecting this option you can select your own cart icon also, but I really like this one, so I am selecting this. After that again come back, click in the search. From here enable this option, top categories. After that you have to click in the publish option. But here you can see there is a minor gap in between the top bar and the slider. So we can do one thing. First of all click in the publish option, and after that come back to the dashboard. From there you have to click in the page option. After that you have to open the home page and click in the edit with Elementor option. But here you can see selecting this top section is quite difficult. So you can do one thing, click in this navigation icon. This navigator will open, and from there you have to open the top section, and after that you can easily select that. Click in the edit section option, come to the advanced option. Here you can see the margin. I need top margin minus 10 pixel. So you have to first of all write the 10, and after that you have to write the minus. Now the problem is solved. Click in the update option and check the preview. Okay, now it's looking quite perfect. Again come back here. If I refresh the page now, here you can see everything is working perfectly. Now if you want to change the font size of the top bar, then you can come to the additional CSS. Here you have to write that top bar content class, and after that in bracket font size, and the font size I need 12 pixel. Okay, now it's looking quite perfect. Click in the publish option. Now I need this main menu text should be little bit bigger size. It is looking very small. So for that, come back here, click in the typography, come back to the header and make it around 14 pixel or 16 pixel. It's up to you. I think 16 pixel is looking quite good. But you can observe one thing, when I am increasing that font size, automatically top bar menu font size also get increased. But I want only my main menu font size should be bigger size. I don't want to increase the font size of the top bar menu. So let's click in the publish option. Here you can see there is no option for the secondary menu actually. So again I have to write some custom CSS. So again come back here, come back to the additional CSS. So here let's come back to the next line. I need this class, I mean dot top bar dark dot top bar menu and anchor tag, and here I have to decrease the font size. So again I have to write font size. Here you can see the font size, and font size I want 12 pixel. Sorry, I have to give the colon, and after that I have to write 12 px, means pixel. Okay, it's done here. Again click in the publish option. Now I have to design the mega menu. As you can see in my demo website, there is a big mega menu is there. So I have to now create this mega menu. So for that, close this, click in this cross icon for the closing that. Now again I have to come to the menu, and from this drop down I have to select main menu and again click in the select option. So let me check the content of the mega menu. So here you can see total 3 categories is there, and after that one image is there. In the first column everything belongs to man's dress, second column belongs to the watch category, and third column belongs to the bag category, and in the fourth column here you can see the image. So let's come here. By default here you can see there is no product category tab is displaying. So click in the screen option, and here from here I have to select this product category. Later I need the product option also, so enable the product from here. After that close it. Now here you can see the products category. So I need the bags, man's dress and watches. You can select any category, it's up to you. After that you have to click in the add to menu option. Now click in the shop option and click in the mega menu open settings option. Okay, I think first of all I have to add the sub items. So another empty link also I have to add, because I want total 4 column in a single row. So just click in the custom links. At the text link, here I have to write empty. At the URL I have to write this hash sign, that's mean empty link. After that you have to click in this add to menu option. Now what you have to do, just drag and drop this all the categories downside of the shop and make them as sub menu. Similarly for the bag also, even for the watch also. Now drag this empty link also. Now expand the shop option, and after that you have to click in this mega menu open setting option. Okay, now it's looking quite perfect. As you can see here in a single row there is total 4 column here. Menu width make it 940 pixel. After that come back to the background option, click in the select image option. From here I am taking this image, click in the select option, and here you can see the background position, make it right, remaining keep as it is. If you want to change the background color you can do that, but I am keeping it default only. After that you have to click in the save changes. Now just close it. Next I have to add the items for the man's dress, bag and watch category. For that again come back to the dashboard and click in the products. So first of all I need the item for the man's dress category. So come back here. So here I have to search the item which is belong to the man's dress. So here you can see the some item which is belong to the man's dress. So now I have to copy the item name. Come back here. You have to click in this products. After that here you can see the search option. Just click in the search option, and here I have to paste that product name. It will automatically search the product. After that you have to select the product, and after that you have to click in the add to menu option. Similarly, suppose I am taking this one also, copy it, come back here, clicking this cross option, and here I have to paste that product name. So it will automatically searching, and now I have to select the product and click in the add to menu. Let me add some more product which is belongs to the man's dress category. So as you can see here, I already added almost 6 product. Now what you have to do, just drag and drop them downside of the man's dress and make them as sub menu of the man's dress. Similarly, I have to do it for another product also. Now in similar manner, I have to add the product for the bags also. So let's come back here. Now I have to search for the bag category. So in the first page there is no product which belongs to the bag category. So I'm coming to the second page. Yes, in the second page I find some product which belongs to the bag category. So in similar process I have to copy the product name, come back here, and at the place of the product name I have to paste that name. Let me add some product which belongs to the bag category. Once you add all the items, now again I have to create the product as sub item for the bag category, like that. Similarly, I have to add some item for the watch category also. So you can come back to the product. So here you can see all the product which is related to the watch category. So again I have to copy the name, come back here, you have to paste the product name here. So here I add all the item which belongs to the watch category. Now in similar manner I have to create them as sub item for the watch category. Once done, just click in the save menu option. Let me check how it's looking. Okay, it's not coming. So you can come back here. You can click in this shop option. Click in the open setting. I forgot to enable that actually. Enable mega menu, make it yes. After that you have to click in the save changes. Once done, just close it, and again you have to save the menu. And after that let's come back here. Now I'm refreshing the page. Okay, now it's coming perfectly. Now I have to design the footer. Let me check how my footer should look like. So footer is looking very simple. Just a headline, after a normal paragraph, and after a big newsletter form. For making the footer, first of all I have to create this newsletter form. So for that I have to come to dashboard, and from there I have to click in this Mailchimp for WordPress option. It will ask the API key. For API key you have to log in the Mailchimp account. Click in this. After entering the username and password, you have to click in the login option. Click in this option. From there you have to click in the account option. Next, here you have to click in this extra option. From there you will get the API key. Click in that. Now I need this API key. Just copy it. Now let's come back here. You have to paste the API key here. After that you have to click in this save changes. At present the status is showing not connected, but after refreshing the page, here you can see it's showing as connected. After that you have to click in this form option. Next, click in this add new form. Just remove the paragraph. I don't need that. Here also remove that. Even remove the label also. I need that only. After that, scroll down and click in the save changes. I need that shortcode. It is very important. Here you can see the shortcode, this one. Now hover on the appearance and right click on the customization option and open it in a new tab. From here you have to come to this footer option. Come back to the footer layout, make it full width and background make it light. If you want dark black color background in your footer, then you have to choose the dark option. Even you can create custom color background also. By clicking this custom option, you can manually select the background color. I am keeping this light only. After that, come back here, come back to the footer content. So here you can see in the footer, first of all I need this headline. So let's come back here, take a h3 tag. After that, close the h3 tag. In between that I have to write the headline. After that, in the next line, take a paragraph tag and close the paragraph tag. In between that I have to write this. Next, I need the shortcode for the Mailchimp form, I mean this one. Copy that, come back here, and at the next line just paste that. But here you can see it is coming sign up, but in my demo it's subscribe. So for that, what you have to do, come back to the Mailchimp form. Here you can see the value that is the sign up. You have to erase that, and here you have to write subscribe. Once done, you have to click in the save changes. After that, let's come back here, refresh the page. Now here you can see it's coming as subscribe. Next, I have to change the copyright tag. In this video tutorial, I am not enabling the footer widget because in my all video actually I teach you how to create the footer by using this footer widget. But in this tutorial, I try some unique. It's really looking very simple and really modern. If you want to integrate Instagram in your website, you can do it. For that, you have to just enable that Instagram feed, and after that, you have to write the Instagram access token ID here. Now let's come to the footer main. So here I have to write the copyright information. Copyright information means here you can see some text. That is the copyright information. You can write anything here. Suppose I am writing this. After that, click in the publish option. Now here you can see there is some social media icon in the footer. So for that actually I have created footer menu which content all this social media icon. So for that what you have to do? You have to come to the menu option again. For that hover on the appearance and click in the menus. You have to click in this option, create a new menu. Here I am giving the menu name as social. After that from here you have to enable this option, footer social. Enable that and click in the create menu option. Next here you have to click in the custom link. I am giving the text as Twitter and the URL will be, you have to enter your Twitter ID here. After that click in the add menu. Similarly for the Facebook also click in the add to menu. If you want to add the Instagram, then you have to add another item. So here you have to write the Instagram and at the place of URL you have to write that. Click in the add to menu. I think it's done. Click in the save menu. Now let's come back here, just refresh the page. So here you can see all the social media icon are coming perfectly. So my footer design is completed. Now I have to design the pop-up form. So for that, come to the general option and from there you have to click in this pop-up option. After that you have to click in this enable pop-up. I like this interface, I mean the second interface. So after that I have to upload a banner image. So click in the select image option. Suppose I am taking this image, click in the select option. After that here I have to write the pop-up content. So I am writing this. I take a h2 tag and there I have to write newsletter. After that I take a paragraph tag and I write that. Next I have to write the shortcode for the Mailchimp subscribe form. So let's come back here again, come back to the WC Mailchimp and from there I have to click in the form option because again I need the shortcode for the form. So that is the code, copy it, come back here and paste it here. And that is the frequency. I mean how often you want to display that pop-up. You have to select that value and pop-up visible. I mean right after page load or you want to wait for some second. I want right after the page load. So I am selecting this. So it's done here. After that click in the publish option. Let me check it's working or not. So for that just copy the URL. I open a new web browser. I am pasting that URL and opening the website. Let me check my pop-up is coming or not. So here you can see the pop-up is coming perfectly. Now I have to design the sidebar for the shop page. So I have to create a sidebar which should look like that. That should contain filter product by price, after that all the product categories, next filter by color and after that filter by size. This option should be there. So let's come back to the dashboard. After that first of all I have to create a menu for the product categories. So for that hover on the appearance and after that you have to click in the menus option. Next you have to click in this option, create a new menu. After that I have to enter the menu name. I am giving the menu name as product cat and after that click in this create menu option. Now scroll down, click in the product categories. Let me select all the parent categories and after that I have to click in this add to menu option. After that click in this save menu option. Now I have to come to the widget option. Here you can see the widget option, just click in the widget option, scroll down. So here you can see the shop sidebar, just expand it. After that click in the plus option and search for the active. I need this one, active product filter. Click in this. After that I have to click in this plus option again and now I have to search for the navigation menu. Here is the navigation menu. Click in this. Title I am giving as product categories. After that from this drop down I have to select this product cat menu. Again click in this plus option. Now I have to search for the attribute. Take this one, filter product by attribute. Click in this. Title will be filter by color and from this drop down I have to choose color. Similarly, again clicking this plus option, again search for the attribute, take this one, and now the title will be filtered by size, and from this drop down I have to choose size. So it's done here. After that I want to display all the recent view products. For that, again clicking this plus option and search for the recent view product list, this one, clicking this, and from there that will be the title and number, make it 5. After that you have to click in the update option. Now let's come back to the website and click in the shop page, but here you can see the sidebar is not coming. So for that, again I have to come to the customize option, and after that I have to click in the layout option. Here you can see the shop layout. I am going to choose this one, the second one. I mean the sidebar should appear at the left hand side. After that you have to click in the publish option. Once published, you can come back here, refresh the page. Now here you can see the sidebar is appearing perfectly. Now let me discuss about all the customization option which is available in the Sober theme. For coming to the customize window, hover on the appearance. Here you can see the customize option. Just click in that. So that is my customize window. Here you can see there is so many options is available, but in this tutorial I am going to tell you about only the important customization option which is available in the Sober theme. First of all, click in the general option. So in the general option I already discussed how to create the pop-up form. Now another important feature is the maintenance mode. If you want to keep this site in the maintenance mode, just you have to enable this option, and from there you can select the maintenance page. Even you can select the coming soon page also, it's up to you. And once the maintenance mode is over, you can disable that. After that, let's come back here, come to the typography. So by using the typography, you can control font size, font weight and font family of the various session. Next, come to the layout. So from here you can select default layout, post layout, page layout and shop page layout. After that, come to the menus option. So from here you can customize the menus. After that, come to the WooCommerce session. So from the WooCommerce session, come to this product catalog option. So from the product catalog option, at the shop page, what you want to show? You want to show only the product, only the categories, or you want to show product categories and the product at a time. Suppose I am selecting this option. I mean I want to show category as well as product together. So here you can see in the shop page, in the top all the product categories are showing, and after that all the product will show. You can customize it like that. Now let's come back, come to the product image option. I will highly recommend it in every tutorial, always choose uncropped in the product image. So full size image will display. After that, here you can see the header section. I already discussed how to customize the header section. Now I am coming to the page header. So from the page header, if you want to show the page header in your page, just enable that. Suppose I don't want to show the breadcrumb, so just disable it. After that, page header style. So from here you can see two style option is available, minimal and normal. Let me choose the normal one. After that, page header parallax effect, I am choosing the move down. After that, page header image, and that will be the default image what will be appear in the page header. Click in the select image. I am taking this image, and after that click in the select option, and from here you have to choose the text color. You can choose dark, else you can choose the light color. If you choose the dark color, then the text color will be black, and if you choose the light color, then the text color will be white color. Now I have to choose the header image for the shop page. As you can see here, at present in the shop page, nothing is showing here in the background image. Click in this select image option. Let me choose this image, and after that click in the select option. So now you can see at the top of the shop page, this image are showing, and here you can see the text color. Suppose I am taking light color, so here you can see this shop will become white in color, but I think the black is looking more beautiful, so I am choosing the dark one. After that click in the publish option. Now let's come back again. After that, come to the shop customize option. So here you can see the general option, enable both of them. After that, come back to the catalog option. So if you want to show the shop page toolbar, then you have to enable that. After the product tabs, in the shop page, at the top here you can see all products, hot products, new products, sales products. These are nothing but the product tabs. If you disable that, here you can see that will not displaying here. As you can see here, nothing is displaying here, but if you enable that, then those are displayed. After that, product tab behavior. So Ajax load or isotope toggle. Always choose the Ajax load. It will make your website more faster. After that, whatever the tab you want to display, like I am disabling the hot product, so here you can see the hot product will invisible now. If I enable it, now here you can see it will come back. After the product sorting option, here in the top of the sub page, here you can see the product sorting option is not displaying. If I enable that, now here you can see the product sorting option is displaying here. After that, product style, by default when I am hovering on the product image, here you can see the animation style is appearing like that. Suppose I am choosing this third option. Now you can see the hover style is get totally changed, but I really like this default one, so I am choosing that one. After that, show hover thumbnail, make it enable. Hide out of stock price, yes, make it enable also. After that, hide star rating, disable that. And here you can see the product column. I mean, in a single row, how many product you want to display. Suppose I am choosing 4. So here you can see now 4 product will display in a single row. After that, navigation type. At the down here you can see the pagination. Suppose I am choosing the load more bottom. So here you can see at the place of this pagination, load more option is showing. And if you want to show the pagination, then you have to choose the numbering option. Okay, let's publish it and come back. So product, it is for the single page product actually. Suppose let me open a single product page. So at present my single product page is looking like that. From here let me choose the style 2. So many style is available, you can choose according to your choice. But I really like the styles 2, so I am choosing the styles 2. So it is looking like that. Here you can see now when I am hovering on the image, nothing is happening. Image is not get zoomed in. But if I enable this option, product image zoom, now here you can see when I am hovering on the image will get zoomed in. It's really looking professional. After that, here you can see the product share option. Here you can see Facebook, Twitter, email option is showing. From here you can enable or disable the option. Suppose I am disabling the email. Now here I can see only Facebook and Twitter option is showing here. Click in the publish option and come back. After that, come to the product badge. Product badge is nothing but that here you can see the hot 30% off. This is all the product badge. Here you can see the sale badge text format. By default it will be in percentage. So here you can see 30% off is showing. Suppose I am choosing the text option and now it will show sale because here I mentioned sale, so it is showing the sale option. But choose the percentage option, it will look more professional. Even for the new badge, feature badge, even you can change the badge color background also. Suppose here you can see the sale badge is showing in green color background. Suppose from here I am choosing the red one. So now here you can see it's showing in red color. Even if I choose in green color, now it's become green color. So you can customize the background color also of the badge. Now here you can see the quick view option. So when I am hovering on an image, here you can see the quick view option is not showing. Click in this and make it click on image. Click in the publish option. Now here you can see when I am hovering on image, this quick view option is showing, and when I am clicking on that, the quick view window will load like that. After that, come back here, come to the blog option, and first of all let me open my blog page also. So in the page navigation, what you want to show, the author box, related post, you can enable or disable according to your wish. And most important thing is the blog layout. Suppose I am choosing the grid layout. Now here you can see my all the posts are showing in grid option. And not only that, if I enable this option, here you can see at the top of the blog page all the categories are showing like that. Now let's come back. Footer customization I already discussed. Now let's come to the mobile. Now let's click in the menu. At present my mobile menu is showing like that. So from here you can increase or decrease the menu width. By default it is 85%. If I decrease it, here you can see the menu width also get decreased. After that, here you can see the currency switcher, language switcher. Suppose I am enabling the currency switcher. So here you can see in the menu, here you can see in the top, the currency switcher option is showing here. And suppose here I am enabling the wishlist option. So now here you can see in my mobile menu that wishlist option is coming. Now let's come back, come to the shop catalog. Let me come to the shop page first of all. So at present, when I am hovering on a product, here you can see the add to cart option is not displaying. If I enable this option, now here you can see when I am hovering on an image, the add to cart option and the add to wishlist option both are showing here. Click in the publish option and come back. The product option is not that much important. Let's come to the header option. So if you want to show the top bar, you have to enable that. And after that, if you want to show the add to cart option in the header, then you have to enable that option, but I am keeping as it is. So I am ending the video tutorial here. If you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. And I have a humble request, if you really like this video, please do like and share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. If you subscribe my channel, that will motivate me a lot to create this kind of content. Thank you and have a nice day.